Mega Vibers, welcome back to the channel. So I figure with all this time that I have off, I'll go ahead and wire this up, get the lights to work in here when I turn on the headlights. And it does come with two switches, and these are micro switches here. One is for the reverse light and the other one is neutral safety. But I don't need the neutral safety because that switch is already on the transmission itself. So I'm gonna have one spare switch. I think the reverse light comes on in a switch in here. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. For all I know, it could be the same as the neutral safety. You know what? Let's just try that out. Let's see. I have to turn the key on. Okay. Let's turn the key on. Put it in reverse. Let's see if we have reverse lights. Nope, nothing there. All right, so I'm almost 100% sure it's in the column here. So I'll have to check that out later. So it's just a matter of wiring up the lights in here. And I'm gonna do them in blue LEDs, and only because the stereo and the equalizer, they illuminate in blue. So may as well go ahead and match it up with this. And plus this little cap up here is blue, so it all kind of works out. So let's go ahead and get that started. Here, let's take this knob off first. Now you're supposed to use a little Loctite on here when you put this in. The reason I didn't do it is because I knew I was going to take this back off to wire it up. Oh, and by the way, this shifter, this B&M ratchet shifter, works great. The only thing that's about it is this. This is like a little rubbery type, I don't know. It's kind of soft, but it's made to protect this indicator here, this little plastic indicator. And if you don't put this on there, what happens is when you wipe it clean, you'll start to wipe these letters and numbers off of here. So this is supposed to protect it, right? And this supposedly has some glue on it. I knew when I peeled off the backing that it wasn't going to stay there too long. And so now it falls off. And there it is. It doesn't want to stay there. So I'm going to clean it up really nice and I don't know, maybe put a dab of crazy glue on each corner, hold it in place until it's dry, and maybe that'll stay in there for a few years. We'll see. All right, so let's take this apart. All right, you guys don't need to see me take this apart. Let me get it all apart, and I'll come right back. So I got it off, and all right, so I have the paperwork for it, and it just looks pretty simple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use both switches. Not that I'm going to use them both, but I'm going to put them on there because the bolts they sent are very long, and so why not? And if you can see in here, I think it has two positions to put them in, or maybe just one, because it's going to fit this one here and this one here. And you notice how this one is a little slotted. So what you do is you snug this one down, and then you put the switch in here, and it allows you to adjust it, because you hear the clicking? Now, if I leave it there and move the shifter into that slot, it doesn't release the switch. So you have to kind of adjust it over to the left a little. This way it will release just like it did there. So I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna try. So we put it in here like this. We put the other one in here in the slotted hole. Okay. And then somehow, let me get this light up. Get the nut and the lock washer on there without dropping it. Yeah. Alright, so let's get something here. I don't want to drop it in between the carpet here because I'll never find it. So let's move that wiring out of the way and get this under here like this. This way, if I drop it, I can find it under the seat. Okay. I dropped it. Come on. You can do it. Just give me one turn. It's not gonna happen. Oh, I got it. Okay, I got one in. All right, let me get the other one in, and we'll do the wiring. Also, where's the light? I need the light. Oh, here it is. Here's the socket for the light. So I'm gonna ground this anywhere on here, I guess. There's plenty of grounds. I can use that bolt, or I don't know, add a bolt here somewhere. I'll get it eventually. All right, let me get this other one in there, and we'll get back to it. So I dropped the washer, the lock washer for this one, and couldn't find it. So I think it's good. It's tight enough. Maybe I'll put a little Loctite on it just to make sure it doesn't move. And so this switch, being that it's just a micro switch, I believe that in the steering column here, when you put it in reverse, it sends 12 volts to the rear. And I don't think this micro switch can handle that much of a load. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ground this pin here and then run this wire underneath the dash and run a relay to power up a relay, so that the relay can handle the load. Again, I don't think this is going to handle it, so I don't want this to burn up. So my white wire is going to be the illumination, and I'm going to use the brown wire to run the relay under the dash here, and then I'm just going to ground it. I believe I can use one of these here. Yeah, I can use one of these. I think maybe this one or that one, doesn't matter. I'm going to ground this to here. It's all connected. It's chassis ground here. So that'll send a signal to the relay. The relay will go ahead and power up the reverse lights. So let me get to that. I still have to wire this up in here, but I need to install that back in there. to put this in. All right, place is all wired up. Switch is in place. LED in place. I had to go with a clear white LED. Couldn't find my blue ones. I thought they were in this package, but turns out that they were bright white. So just gonna have to go with that for now and swap it out when I have time. But there it is, folks. All done. Nice, clean, nice and tight, ready to go. So it's just a matter of wiring it up. I have the rest of the wires over here, the other end, but I can't do that for now. At least this is out of the way. So, and I think that's going to do it for this video. Yeah, that'll do it. Thanks for watching, folks, and we'll see you in the next one.